Good morning, aloha beautiful people from the world. I am excited today, first because I'm alive, and that's something already to be grateful for, number one. Number two, guess what date is today? Saturday, February 14. It is, ladies and gentlemen, Valentine's Day, the day of love, the day for not just love between women and men, also friendship love, family love in general. And this is the color of love, that's why I'm wearing it today. Good morning, hola, ¿cómo estás, tocaya bella, hermosa, que tienes un nombre espectacular? Todos saluden a mi amiga Kelly Polonia también. Voy a hablar un poquito también de ti en este live, porque I decided to do this. It's gonna be a Spanglish, and I decided to just go live and share my thoughts. I do not have any specific plan or topic for this video. I am just gonna do get ready with me. I have my makeup, I'm in the car, I am in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and I am about to get ready for my next event, that is a Strength and Stillness seminar, which is hosted by my friend Shari, and I'm gonna be sharing the stage with powerful, beautiful, and empowered women. These women are all book authors, and they come from all different type of industries. I, of course, going to be talking about real estate with my book, The Money Machine Home. My really good dear friend Anel de Castro is going to be talking about fighting against woman trafficking, any type of abuse towards women. She wrote this beautiful book called Gracefully Broken and Beautifully Healed. And there is another woman, the host, who has a cosmetologic business area. There is a doctor, there is people in funding, I'm in real estate, so there's all different type of industries, but all led by women who want to step out of their comfort zone and raise their voice. We want to raise our voices for you that's out there looking for that fuel, that is a chispa, the inspiración, fuel of inspiration, of empowerment, of motivation, of momentum, so we can make some good things happening in the world. So I'm gonna have this here. I hope you guys can still see me. Yes, I know you can. You can see me. So I'm gonna start by prepping my face for my makeup. And number one, before makeup, we want to moisturize our skin. I'm actually using these products for like the last month or so, and I'm really liking them. I'm honestly not the best one on skincare, to be honest. Like, I can use some help from friends. Some people tell me this is not a good one, but actually my skin likes it. But I've been using this same brand who has this like 3 method, I guess. This is the first one. This is like the primer to prep the face. This one is for around the eyes and under the eyes, and this one is for the rest of the face. So all the experts here in makeup, let me know what you think about this brand. I'm liking it. And we start by putting this serum. It's called Advanced Night Repair, but it can also be used during the day. I use it during the day and during the night. So first of all, just gonna drop a couple here. And something that I actually really enjoy, guys, about makeup is that I see it as an art. I see it as an art, totally. It's a way of, it's not a way to hide ourselves, no. It's a way to enhance natural beauty. So coming from someone like myself who has been involved in the modeling industry, the acting industry, journalism, I actually started my career as a model when I was 4 years old. Literally 4 years old. That was my first runway in Medellin, Colombia. And again, this life is just about get ready with me while we talk about random topics like this. So I'm gonna tell you guys about that experience. I'm gonna use a little more. My skin feels like a little bit dry, and guess what? It's also because I haven't slept that much. Honestly, this week has been a little very heavy on me, to be honest with you. It's been heavy, and I haven't really gotten the sleep that my body actually needs, and my skin is showing it to me right now because it's dry and it's absorbing the product really fast. But that's why I'm giving it more, because it needs it. That nutrition, because we want to shine, but we want to shine from the inside out. Again, makeup is to enhance natural beauty, because we're all beautiful, guys. Doesn't matter what color, what ethnicity, what hair shape you have, whatever, we're all beautiful because we are made in the image of our Creator, and therefore we are beautiful because He is beautiful. So guys, after we use the serum to prep the face, we're gonna go with the second one, which is this one for around the eyes. So this is a smaller version. I think it's really cute. It's really cute. I like things that come in small packages, like me. So I'm gonna go back to what the story. Yeah, so the story, because I started talking about makeup, and that brought me back to the beginning of my modeling career, which was when I turned 4 years old. I was with my mom and my dad at it was a party that the company that my dad used to work for was doing this party for the families, for the employees and their families. So I was there, and there was like different activities, and there was the models, and there's this runway, and there was all different models, like adult models modeling, right? And I was looking, and I was so excited. And then someone from the staff asked that they needed small children, like young children, to model, and they were going around the public, everybody asking who wanted to participate. And I heard that, and I raised my hand immediately. I was like, that seems pretty cool, I want to do it. And so my parents allowed me to, and my lady grabbed my hand and brought me backstage, and she was just like, okay, this is what you have to do, take your clothes off, this is what you're going to wear. They gave me the clothes that I was going to wear, and I remember the brand was called Polito, and if somebody's from Medellin that's watching, they may recognize the brand. It's a children's brand, very famous in Colombia. So Polito gave me the clothes, and I model. And so I have one photo actually of that day. I was shy. I was a little shy while I was on the actual runway, but I did it. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, honestly. I was very excited when they asked, and I raised my hand. But once they brought me backstage and they told me to change, and I saw like everybody moving and running, everything was going so fast because all the models, they're like running, changing outfits, prepping for the next round and all of that, and I got really scared. I was actually very scared, but despite the fear, I had already committed. I had raised my hand, and I had said yes to it. So something deep inside me just allowed me to, like, help me to push beyond that fear that I was facing and to make it happen. I was 4 years old, literally, and I did it, and I have the photo, and you can tell in the photo that I was a little nervous, I was a little scared, like it wasn't a moment of all glory. It didn't look like that then, but now I understand a very important principle. I understood that being comfortable during uncomfortable moments, it's actually an amazing skill that is one of the key elements to success, to a successful life. And I'm gonna explain why. Because when we go through different moments, the last one I just applied is this one, which is the one for the entire face. So when we go through difficult moments that seem difficult, that we get scared of, that we feel like maybe we're not competent to do it, or maybe we just have fear because of judgment, because we're thinking that maybe people have opinions and people are gonna judge, or whatever. All of that, I'm applying right now roses water. I really like this. Humecta. It's really good for the skin and it smells good. So, la tapita. Okay. So where was I? My mind is all over the place, guys. I'm also thinking about the speech that I'm going to give on the stage. Coming soon at the event, Stillness and Strength Seminar. That's where I'm getting ready for right now. Can't forget about sipping your coffee first. Okay. Being comfortable during the uncomfortable. That's where I was. So that moment that was like engraved in my memory like a tattoo that's not gonna go away ever. Plus I have the photo that proves it, but it's never gonna go from my mind. When I was 4 years old and I was modeling, I told you guys the whole story already, and I realized that it was very important to take risks. Take the risk no matter what. Take the risk no matter what. Because behind fear is where growth is at. What does that mean? Every time that you feel fear, or you seem something like, may seem like difficult. By the way, I'm running out of foundation, but this is the foundation that I use. I really like it because it's 100% vegan and organic, and it doesn't have a lot of ingredients, so it's good. It matches pretty good with my skin. I like it. So behind every big fear, especially the biggest fears in our lives, like if there is something in your life that you feel like stresses the hell out of you, or like it just like blocks you or whatever, it's usually because there is something much greater waiting for you to discover. But until it doesn't happen, until you actually decide to step in front of that fear, actually step on top of that fear. You literally have to step on top of the fear and squish it down in order for you to find the treasure behind it, the growth, the lesson, the opportunities. Most opportunities, and especially the good ones, especially the good opportunities in life, like really good jobs, or like travels experience, adventures, promotions at jobs, abundance, wealth, money, success. Most of the good stuff in life comes after discomfort, after fear, after pain, after judgment. There is usually obstacles first in the journey that actually are the things that catapult you over to that good season, the good result, the good treasure, that good gift that comes after you decide to stretch out yourself. Because let's face it, whenever you have to make a tough decision like changing your career, creating a new business, leaving a relationship, starting a relationship, taking care of your family, taking care of yourself, any big decision requires you to go through changes. And changes are uncomfortable. But those changes and that discomfort is what allows you to build out inside yourself, and sometimes outside physically as well, but mostly inside yourself. It allows you to build that like muscle to sustain, maintain that good result that you're about to bring into your life. Make sense? Basically what I'm talking about is, unless you decide to go through the difficulty of building that muscle, if you don't build the muscle, you're not going to be able to sustain the success that comes with it. And that's why sometimes in life we go up and go down, and we go up and we go down, and we go up and we go down. It's, you know what, it's actually the beauty of life. So also don't feel unmotivated, or actually don't give up. You can feel sometimes unmotivated because we're human beings and we go through different seasons in our life. So sometimes you're gonna feel up at the top of the mountain, sometimes you're gonna be down at the valley. It doesn't matter where you are as long as you do not give up, because remember, failure is never a failure unless you give up. The moment you decide to give up, that's when you fail. It's not when you fall, because when you fall, you can stand back up and go again. But if you give up and you stop moving and you stay stagnant, that's when actual failure happens. There's always a new beginning. There's always a new opportunity. There's always a new day. There's a new sunrise. Right now is 7:04 a.m. The sunrise just happened a couple minutes ago behind me. And there's always just a new opportunity, a new way of approaching life, of approaching an opportunity, business, anything. Right now, I am about to apply my blush. So, going back to the story, guys, this is just like random knowledge, thoughts that are going through my mind today, and I just wanted to share with you guys. Very raw, very authentic, coming from my true identity, my true personality. And I don't know what you think about it. For those of you that are watching right now, if you want to ask a question, I also have this for that reason. I'm going live so that I can interact more one-on-one with you, because I want to hear you. Like, I want to get to know you. A lot of the times when you are on this side of the camera, you see the comments and the likes and the views and all of that, and it's pretty cool. But also, like, what's actually more cool is the genuine connection that gets created between content creator and viewer. It's actually really cool to get to know us on a deeper level, right? Like the most authentic version, the most real version, because I mean, let's be honest, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I am a content creator, and I have been a content creator for a long time. I've been a model, an actress, a journalist, and of course a real estate investor as well as my career. And when I post content online, you guys see it. I mean, most of the stuff is edited. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Most of the stuff is edited. Yes, it is real, because I am the one that's there either talking or walking or whatever I'm doing, that's myself. But that is one version of myself. It does not mean that what you see online, on my account, on whoever's account online, it doesn't mean that what you see online is the actual entire reality of that person. And that's an interesting topic that I want to talk right now, because I want to bring awareness. I want to bring awareness for everyone, to remind them that we as human beings, we go through different phases in our life, we go through different seasons, and we also have many different areas of our personalities, right? So one day you can wake up in a really good mood, and you can be happy and joyful and spread happiness to the whole world, right? And another day you may be going through something difficult internally, physically, emotionally, whatever the case may be, and you may be just having a different aspect, a different perspective of life, right? That day you may not want to be shown, you may not have the biggest smile, and it is okay. It is okay to be sad sometimes. It is okay to be down sometimes. It is okay to feel pain. It is okay, because guess what? All of those are emotions, and we human beings came here to experience all of those emotions, to experience life. Because remember that when I say we, is you and myself and everybody around. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We're not human beings. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. What does that mean? Well, this flesh, this meat, this body, this hair, this everything that I have on me is my home, the home of my spirit. Because first I'm a spirit, and then the spirit was placed upon the body, and the body became alive. And that's what our creator God did. He created the man first from the earth with his breath, and then he created us, the woman, which is also man, but man is the male version and woman is the female version of man. But man is what God calls man, is humanity, including male and female. So when man got created, was male first and then female, but we both are from the same particles, which is our creator God. So therefore we have been created to his image, so we are part of him, right? And that part of him is our spirit, what actually has us alive, like this live video that I'm doing right now. So that spirit who comes from God, and who is the actual being that feels and that lives and thrives, lives within this human body, which is the home to that spirit, right? So sorry guys, I'm going through a little cold right now, and that's part of the things that at the beginning of the video I say that this week has been a little heavy for me. Actually very heavy on me, mentally, emotionally, and physically. I'm going through a cold, and guess what, like, I actually don't really get sick often, thankfully. Thank you God for that. I actually do count with really good health, thanks to God, and also to that I take good care of my temple. But right now I'm going through a cold, and it's okay, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. My body, you can go through changes. Again, this is, those times are stretching me out, building me stronger. Because especially the day for Valentine's Day that I had this event planned for a long time, I get sick. So what are the odds? And hi Pedro, espero que tengas un día excelente. Saludos. Pedro, power, puro power. Pedro, feel free to ask a question. This live is a get ready with me as I'm getting ready for my next seminar that I'm gonna be speaking out on a stage about my book, The Money Machine Home. And I just decided to open up the live session to have a genuine communication with everybody. So you guys, any of you, feel free to ask any questions. I'm gonna be very honest. So going back with, I'm gonna decide, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my makeup. I don't know if I'm sure. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of powder on the eyes, just so I don't get this foundation to show, to like, se pone como con líneas. So I'm just gonna do something very natural. I want to go with the natural color. So guys, I just spoke about the spirit, the house of the spirit, and I want to know what you guys think about that. I want to hear you. What do you think about oh, thank you, happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Thank you. I want to ask you, Pedro, and all of you guys that are connected right now, what do you think about spirituality? What do you think about spirituality? Do you believe or agree with me in the truth of saying that we're not human beings, we're actually spiritual beings having a human experience? Because sometimes, you know what, one of the ways to explain that is like when you're sleeping, some of us, because it happens to me, some of us feel like, and actually do, like just travel places, like sleeping, but you feel like maybe you're either flying or like you literally go and see other places. That's actually happening for real. Like we actually have I truly believe that we have the ability and the capacity to move beyond this physical body. And it happens all the time, like not just when you're sleeping. Like think about a moment where you're having a conversation with somebody, right? Let's say right now you're listening to this video, or you're actually having a conversation face to face with somebody about whatever, right? And then a bird flies away, and you look at the fly, and the fly just suddenly brings you a memory of when you were, I don't know, 10 years old, and you were looking at the sunrise, and this beautiful bird of the same color was flying around, and you saw it at the moment that you were with your family, or you were with someone playing with a ball. And then all of a sudden, for minutes or seconds, you totally forget about the conversation that you're having, and you like teletransported to that moment of when you were 10 years old and you saw the bird of the same color of the bird you just saw, and you literally went to that time. And even though your physical body was still at the same place with the other person having a conversation, your mind and your spirit was in another place, reliving that memory. Has that happened to you ever? Well, that happens to me very often. Let me tell you, I can be traveling places and my body's there, but my mind is somewhere else. And that's actually pretty normal, because again, we are not just this physical suit. We're beyond that, a lot more than that. Do you guys think I should go with something like this? A little bit of gold? I think so. Yeah, let's add a little bit of gold. I want to shine. Talking about shining, we already spoke about a lot of different things. Again, I'm just sharing thoughts that are going through my mind as I'm getting ready for my Stillness and Strength seminar happening a little bit here in Fort Lauderdale. Right now I am in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, close to Miami. I am in Sunrise, and for those of you guys who want to come see me, you can still make it in Sunrise, Fort Lauderdale. The car just turned off. I'm gonna turn it back on. What happened with the music? Okay, there it is. Music is back, guys. Don't worry, don't panic. I'm Hispanic. I got this. So I like the gold. It's just very sudden. Like I want to do something very natural, and that's why I am going with just a little bit. But I still want to enhance my natural beauty, and I haven't slept so much, so I don't want to show sleepy eyes. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. So the more, I don't like this light. I like the light from the cell phone better. I'm gonna continue with this mirror from the actual camera. This one is better than the real mirror. How crazy. Don't panic, I'm Hispanic. It's true. From Medellin, Colombia. So guys, Pedro, I see that you're staying active in the video. Let's talk about solar, guys. I actually want to bring Pedro Power to this live. Will you be down to join me in the live right now, and you can share a little bit about solar energy, let me know. Comment if you do want to be a part of it, or send me a request and I will bring you on the live, because I do want to learn a little bit more about what you're doing with solar. You sent me a video of one of your last events that you did, and it was pretty powerful. So I want to hear what's going on. In the meantime, until you decide, I'm gonna continue with the makeup, and I'm gonna talk about real estate. What do we talk about real estate? Dale, okay? Get ready. I'll give you 2 minutes to get ready, put a shirt on, and let's go. Remember, look, I'm not even ready, but we're just doing a live video because this is just genuine communications. Don't worry about it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going with the flow. That's the best, actually. Going with the flow. Before I talk about real estate, I'm going to talk about going with the flow. I have experienced in my life multiple times that when you go with the flow, it's actually when best things happen. So when you go with the flow, you actually allow, now we're going to go with the brows. When you go with the flow, you allow for God, the universe, to manifest its goodness on your life. When you literally let it flow, is like letting the flow of energy manifest in your life. The Holy Spirit takes control and makes magic happen. So sometimes I have experience in my life, for example, that I'm a planner person. Like if I'm gonna go do something or whatever, I have a project, I like to have a roadmap where I'm standing, where I need to be at, and how do I get there. And my mind is always thinking about how to get from A to B and how to go from B to C and D and continuously, right? And in that scenario, in that where attention grows, energy flows. That is true, 100%, 1,000%. So if I tell you right now, don't think about a red car, what are you thinking of? Of a red car, right? Even though I say don't think about a red car, the mind does not recognize between the yes or the no, or the good or the bad. It recognizes in the fact of what I'm saying, which is the red car. So that's what you're gonna be thinking of. Don't think about the money machine humbug. That's a good one. So, going with the flow and letting the energy flow is where actually the best things happen, because you allow for the universe that it's always working towards you and for you. God, our creator, he designed literally this entire world for us to be here and to dominate over this earth. He has dominion over his kingdom, and we have dominion over the earth. We as men, women and men, humanity. So when I'm loving this sun right now. Look at that. Wow. As I'm talking about letting the energy flow, and look at this. Look how pretty. Okay. Pedro, you're overthinking it. You just gotta go with the flow, bro. Go with the flow. I'm not gonna push it. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. So going with the flow is basically allowing the best situations to happen in your life. It doesn't really mean that we're not gonna do anything about our lives. We can't sit down and cross our hands and just wait for money to rain from the sky, or love, or relationships, or anything, we also need to create motion. And that's actually what faith is. It's not just believing that something is going to happen, but it's taking action towards that something that we want or we believe, or we have faith that is going to happen. And I've heard this quote once, I want to share it. 60 seconds of unperfected action is worth more than 6 months of planning in stagnation. I'm going to repeat that again. 60 seconds of unperfected action is worth more than 6 months of planned stagnation. I'm going to let that sink in. Think about that. Think about that. What is your mind telling you right now? What is your mind telling you right now? Where is your mind bringing you towards? Think about it. Take a deep breath. Let's do it. Because as I'm talking to you, I'm also talking to myself. So I'm also going through the analysis part. 60 seconds of unperfected action is worth more than 6 months of planned stagnation. So you can have the best idea in the world, and you can have the best talents as well. But if you keep prolonging and prolonging and prolonging that first step towards fulfilling your purpose, it's never gonna come. Wow, I'm loving that song. It's so beautiful. The energy right now is perfect. So, yeah. I feel like that just left me also thinking a lot. And I want to keep letting you guys think about that. And I want you to imagine, what is one action? What is one action that you can take today towards fulfilling your purpose? Or it can be towards fulfilling one specific task that you've been thinking about it for the last week or the last month. What is one action that you can take today, February 14, 2026, Valentine's Day, that you can take towards the fulfillment of that task you've been thinking about, that idea you've been thinking about, that thought has been lingering in your mind? What can you do today to move the needle forward, even just a little bit? Because trust me, with that, even just a little bit that you can move, is going to create a butterfly effect. Is going to create a domino effect. You already know that if you have a line of dominoes and one falls, what happens to the other ones? They eventually all start falling. And that's how big changes happen. They start with the small little thing. There's a really good book that's coming to my mind right now. It's called Atomic Habits. I listened to it on Audible. I have it on my Audible. And Atomic Habits, I don't remember the writer name, but you guys can do the homework. So Atomic Habits talks about every good habit, every good big change starts with the accumulation of small decisions that over time create a big change, either positive or negative. It happens on both sides. So that's why we need to be very, very, very careful. When I say we, is you and I, all humanity and society. We need to be really careful with our daily actions, our daily decisions, and especially our thoughts. Because just like Pedro was saying, energy, what you think is what you attract. How do you say it? You said it a little bit, I can't find it right now, but anyway, what we think about during the day, when we speak about, that's what we attract. That's how energy moves and flows in our lives. So if we as humanity talk badly about our own selves, we're going to create low esteem. But if instead we speak words of encouragement, of empowerment, words of life to ourselves and to others, we create that positive energy that literally radiates around the entire world, and we create more and more and more and more and more positivity. Where attention goes, energy flows, totally. And if we decide to focus on the positive side of any situation, despite the situation, it can be a thoughtful situation like COVID in 2020, the pandemic. It was a huge breakdown in the whole entire world for everybody. Every single person in the planet was affected by COVID in 2020, right? Right. Despite the situation, there was also a lot of positive things that came with that. Like, for example, the nature was more alive. We weren't contaminating as much because we were inside. The waters, the oceans were cleaner. And you know what also? The mind had more time to actually be in. We stopped the rush of the world, going, moving, the rat race. We were forced to literally sit down at our houses and stop and be in silence, be alone, or be with all of our family in one place and facing the discomfort. We had to face the discomfort like face to face and realize that there are still good things happening through it. Sadly, a lot of people died, yes, and a lot of things happened, and I don't like that. I don't like that part too much. But despite all of that, we can still focus on the positive side of it. And I'm talking about this just as an example because this is something that is relatable to everybody in the whole world. But just like this, any situation, always, despite the difficulty of the situation, it's always going to bring a lesson. And according to the perspective that we decide to look from, according to the glasses that we decide to put on, we are the ones that decide what perspective we want to look from and how we want to react towards the situation, right? For example, going back to this cough that I'm having, this cold that's going on right now, I've been feeling headaches and my nose is a little stuffed and I'm coughing, and this just started happening like 2 days ago, and I had the event today. And you know what? I was like, despite all of that, maybe this is an opportunity for me to listen more. Maybe I'm not supposed to be the one that speaks the most today. Maybe I'm supposed to listen. And maybe that's the reason why I'm getting this sickness for this special event that I'm attending. That can be one way of looking at it. Or I could also go about it like, oh man, really I'm getting sick for this event that I've been planning on, that I have a speech of, that I have the clothes ready for, that I'm driving 4 hours away from my house to make it, blah, 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 blah. I could decide to look at that. But if I do that, which is focusing on the negative, what is that going to bring? More negative. And I don't want to bring more negativity to my world. I mean, life is already complicated enough for me to be looking at more complications to bring. I want peace and love, guys. Peace and love forever. Look at that sun shining right next to me. Look how pretty. I'm loving the light right now. Makeup. Okay, I need to move. Maybe I'm talking a lot. I don't even know if I'm gonna actually post this video. I think I'm gonna do it. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Who cares about the algorithm? I like spontaneity better and authenticity. I don't depend on likes and views. To me, what's more important is the impact, the positive impact that I can create with my content. So if this video, if just one person gets impacted a positive way through this video, that's it. I'm already fulfilled. And that one person could even be me. Hopefully other people too get inspired by at least something of what I'm saying here. That would be nice. But even if I have 0 views, which in some videos has happened to me as a content creator, sometimes you do really good, sometimes you don't. It just happens like anything in life, you know. When you throw a ball in a basketball court, sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. Doesn't matter. It doesn't like Michael Jordan, he doesn't stop even though sometimes he misses. I need a more precise mirror like this one. Okay, I can't speak for this one. There we go. The wing is very important, and I can't even breathe while I do the last part of the wing. That's how much concentration it requires. Look how big my eye looks. Look, with line, with no line. Do you see the difference? So, thank you, Pedro. Thank you. Thank you for staying on the video, and thank you for the good wishes. I also do hope I get better. I'm taking Advil, and I know I'm gonna be okay. Praise God. Okay, concentration. Got it. I don't know if I should do the whole bottom part today. I think I will. Should I not? Here is my wipe. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole bottom part or if I should just leave it like that. I'm gonna go with the other eye in the meantime. So, guys, I really want to keep this video until I finish so you can see the end of the makeup, but the video is already becoming too long, so I'm not 1000% sure. I'm just gonna go with the flow. In the meantime, I have this lash that is going against the other ones. La rebelde. Hay una pestaña rebelde que se me está yendo como hacia adentro del ojo. Ajá, ya. So, have you already thought about that one action that you can take today towards the fulfillment of that one task you've been putting away the last weeks in your life? Think about it. I'm gonna repeat it for those of you guys that are just joining right now. Have you thought about one task? It can be small or big, but it has to be done today. What one task can you take action today towards the fulfillment of a big idea that's been lingering in your mind for the last couple of weeks? Guys, the wing requires concentration. Y para que me queden iguales. There we go. Okay, they look kind of like... Okay, I am almost done. Oh man, I just did it. This one is not good. Oh no. Damn, I messed it up. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm just gonna have to stop the video. Because I need to move faster and I need to concentrate on this. I have to clean. Okay, that's it. Okay, guys, it was a pleasure speaking with you today. I'm just gonna leave it until here. If you want to see the last part of this makeup and my outfit, stay tuned for my next couple stories. I love you. I hope that you have an amazing day, and remember, keep sharing the light. Peace and love. Aloha.